Hey everyone, this is Zach. So as a real estate agent, so many times you're gonna have to go to Home Depot and Lowe's. This became some of my favorite stores. This is also gonna help you with determining what different things cost whenever they pop up, maybe on that inspection report, or if your homeowner's looking to do a little spruce up before they list a property. So today I'm gonna actually walk through Home Depot, kind of show you some common costs. It's August 2022, so if you're watching this later, just know prices may change. But I just want to give you guys a better understanding of what it actually costs to fix up things. Sometimes when we get those inspection reports back and other agents say, oh, it'll cost $6,000 for this, but I'm about to show what it actually costs Home Depot. So let's go through. So one of the easiest repair things to make the house stand out is light bulbs. So just having everything cohesive, the same shade or tone of that light bulb. So here we are looking at different LED bulbs. You can see a basic pack of 4 is 11 bucks. You have a pack of 16 right here for $19. Cheap doorbells can be about 20 bucks. Obviously you can go up to more advanced smart doorbells, about 100 bucks to 200 bucks. Outlets are about $10 a pop. Light switches, same thing, about $10. If you've ever had a GFCI outlet get flagged, it's about $25 to $30 on average. Those outlet plate covers that always crack or break, those are about $1 a piece. Ceiling fans are a super easy cosmetic change. So you can see 159, 109, 200 bucks, 135, 129, 79. So if you come to Home Depot or Lowe's, majority of the fans are all gonna be less than 200 bucks. Every now and then you have exterior lighting that needs to be switched out. So about 75, 80 bucks a pop. You can definitely go with some cheaper models, but here's just some different samples. And I wanted to stop off real quick in cleaning supplies because there's a lot of times as a listing agent, you're going to want to take that extra step and help clean that home so it stands out during showing. So if you get a mop or anything like that, it's looking like they're about 14, 15 bucks for a mop. And then if you go to sponges and everything, you have different sponges here, different cleaning products, degreaser. So these are all things that I've had to use in the past. These are dining room chandeliers. So these are a little bit more than ceiling fans on average, usually about $200, $250 for a basic chandelier for a dining room. These are hallway lights. So oftentimes you'll see maybe a bulb is missing. So you can buy the individual bulbs down here. You can also just replace the entire thing for about 20 bucks for hallway lights. Smoke detectors, these get flagged all the time on inspections when they're not in bedrooms, so they're about 20 bucks a piece. I can't tell you how many of these I've bought. So here's kind of a random one, but on those inspection reports, again, all the time it talks about sealing around window seals or bathroom fixtures or kitchen sink, make sure water doesn't get in there, and they always talk about sealing it. So this is kind of the stuff you'll get. It's about 10, 15 bucks on average for a tube. A really easy way to elevate a listing is these 1 inch, 1.5 inch faux wood blinds. Or if they pop up on an inspection report or a buyer wants them fixed, I would budget about $100 per window on average. Let me show you. So it depends on the size of the window. These are the more smaller windows right here. You can see 36 wide by 64 high. And then if we get a little bit taller, see we start getting up for 59 by 64, so a decent sized window. And then they can get even more expensive the bigger you get. So this is like a 72 wide window. So I had a deal once where my seller was supposed to leave the washer and dryer, but they ended up taking it. So guess who had to pay for one for the new buyer? I did. So here's those costs. So of course it always depends on features, size. It's kind of like buying a new TV. So it's all over the board, but I'd budget about $700 to $750 per washer or dry it. That's kind of your mid-range, not your entry level super cheap, but also not your most expensive. So there are cheaper ones, but that's why I'd say budget about 700 bucks for a washer or dryer. So for stoves, I would budget about $1,000 per stove. And here's some different dishwashers as well. Dishwashers, I'd say about 750. But of course, each appliance, it really depends as how many features, upgrades you have. So here's some more stoves. So again, about 1,000 bucks for a stove. And then there's some more dishwasher options over here. So this is why I say about $700 for a dishwasher. Fridges, I would budget around $2,000 for a fridge. So again, you can go way higher than that, but that's kind of on average if you ever have to get a new fridge or replace it or have it delivered. Lastly, microwaves for about 300 bucks. Air filters get flagged all the time, about 20 bucks per air filter. Just depends on the size of the unit that needs to go in. If you ever have a cracked bathroom mirror, budget about 50 to 75 bucks to change out a bathroom mirror. Toilet's about 200 to 300 bucks. Fixtures are again one of those things that's all over the board depending on what you're going for, but I'd budget about $100 for a bathroom faucet and about 100 bucks if you want to change out a shower head, and about 200 to 250 for a kitchen faucet. Cabinet handles, whether in the kitchen or the bathroom, about 7 bucks per handle on average. It just, again, depends on your style. Soft close cabinet hinges, about 10 to 12 bucks per hinge if you want those soft close cabinets. Front door hardware, about 150 bucks. Interior door handles, about $25 a pop. Downspout extenders, about 10 bucks a pop. So a very common thing on inspection items is water heaters. If the inspector calls for a drainage pan, they're about 20 bucks. If they call for a drainage tube, those are about 11 bucks. The actual water heater itself, for an electric water heater 50 gallon, is about $859, $650, again, depends on the features and upgrades. I would plan about $1,000 for the water heater replacement itself, and another $1,000 if you have to hire out installation. Paint, one of the cheapest but easiest upgrades to make the home look even better. So here are different prices for gallons of paint. And here's the different sheens that you would get for the different paint. Additional paint supplies, about $1 for a cheap tray, 10 bucks for a roller, 10 bucks for the foam pads, $10 for tape, and about 15 bucks for a paintbrush. Vinyl flooring can be around $3 per square foot. And one of my hidden secrets with listings is mulch. A fresh bed of mulch costs almost nothing, but it makes the curb appeal so amazing and that first photo really pop where people want to schedule showings. So it's about 4 bucks a bag. Even if you need 10 bags, that's 40 bucks. If you need 20 bags, that's only $80 to elevate the curb appeal. So the reason I made this video is to help provide more transparency when it comes to those little cosmetic items or repair items. Those inspection reports shouldn't be as scary if we keep learning and developing and knowing what it actually costs to repair things. Now, this is not to say you should actually quote to different clients what the repair cost is, because sometimes you need different tools or there's little parts here and there that add up, and it's not just the initial face value. But if you know, for example, a buyer's agent submits a repair request or an amendment and say, yeah, that ceiling fan isn't working in the main bedroom, so we want $1,000 credit. Well, you know now that usually it's about 200 bucks for a ceiling fan. And if you know what you're doing and you're kind of a DIYer, whether the homeowner or you, it's 3 wires to usually change out a ceiling fan. That's it. Or the smoke detectors. You're not going to want to give away hundreds of dollars in concessions when we know a smoke detector is 20 bucks and 2 screws into the ceiling. That's it. So I challenge you, go to Home Depot, go to Lowe's, start walking every aisle and paying attention to what those repair items cost. Because for me, that really helps get a lot of deals closed. If they start sending a bunch of repair items and I know, okay, this is 20 bucks, this is $100, this is $20, this is 50 bucks, versus just saying, oh yeah, we'll give you a concession for $2,000. So that can really help elevate you as a real estate agent and stand out with your clients. And then on the flip side, listing agents. These are cheap little repair items that drastically help your home improve or your home sell faster, because that's what we want in this market is there's more competition. We want to be able to sell our home faster. So what are those little tiny items that we can do to make our home sell faster? So for me, there's 3 different things that I always look for. One is light bulbs. It is so cheap to pick up a pack of light bulbs and make sure everything has a light, it works, and it's the same tone throughout the house. This just helps so much because when buyers walk through a home, they look for every little objection and reason not to buy that house. So I want to reduce the amount of items that they start adding up in their brain. And also with a buyer, usually they add about 2 to 3 times the cost of what it actually is. So I'd rather do the light bulbs, number 1. 2 is mulch. Mulch is amazing. And like I said in the video, 40 to 50 to 60 bucks. And you can add a fresh bed of mulch. It just makes the photos pop. It also makes the home very welcoming when people walk up to the home. So mulch is number 2. And number 3 is paint. If you can paint bedrooms, 2 gallons of paint for a bedroom, and maybe you get rid of the purple rooms or the orange rooms or the red rooms, and you make it more neutral colors so it appeals to more buyers. So hopefully this video helps you out. That way you kind of can start learning different repair items. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Let me know if I missed any items and you're curious what those cost. And I'll see you guys next time.